You're a lovely guy,
Thank you.
but obviously due to your incident, you're having to wear this mask now. Do some people mistake you for some kind of like gangster, some kind of drill artist?
Yesterday, we literally, next thing I know, I woke up on the other side of the room, literally, like flames everywhere, like where the handle was, it looked like a Bunsen burner type thing.
If you didn't tell me that horrific experience you had been through, I never would have thought you'd been through it, because you don't strike me as someone that's been through that. Did you sue the hell out of these people?
We're really sorry. We're not going to reopen your department after the accident. We have to make you redundant.
Are you serious?
Yeah, bro. I was getting help from the Katie Piper Foundation. Oh my gosh, bless them. Like,
what are they called?
Katie Piper Foundation.
Okay, what do they do?
So Katie Piper is a burn survivor herself.
Okay.
She suffered an acid attack.
All right.
Unfortunately, and when she'd gone to get help, there was nobody specifically for burns that could help her. So she set up this charity to help burn survivors.
Oh wow.
Super
Shout out to
empowering.
Katie Piper.
Yeah, 100%,
man. So what stage would you say you're at now? Would you say you're at a stage where you're a lot more confident than you were? You're out of a darker place?
I'm definitely out of a darker place, 100%. Like, I'm out of a darker place, but I guess.
The Drazzy Show. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Drazzy Show. It's your boy Drazzy. Today I'm here with a special guest. He goes by the name of Mobi One. Mobi One, how are you doing, sir?
I'm very well, my friend. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you for coming, man. I really appreciate it, man.
Thank you for having me, man.
No problem. Now, Mobi One of the reasons why I asked you to come on the show is because I saw a clip of you talking one time about you had an accident at work, which gave you severe burns. What kind of severe burns did you get from that accident?
So they didn't really have a measure, but they said it was between 3rd and 4th degree, essentially. So, obviously not the worst you can have, but also it's not a great situation to be in either way. So, yeah, man, sucked. First life, I guess, to some extent.
Yeah. Like, how did it happen?
So, I used to be an aircraft technician. That was my job. And I was basically in the safety system. So, life jackets, rafts, slides, oxygen cylinders, breathing apparatus, you name it. Like, we did a bunch of different stuff. And I was basically working on oxygen cylinders at the time, the same ones that you have kind of above your head. You don't ever want to see this, but if you do see it, that's how you'd know about it. But obviously if you see them, it means it's an emergency. But you know when they say, I don't know if have you ever flown before?
Several times.
Okay, cool. So if you've ever flown before, the flight attendants will normally do a demonstration before you take off, and they'll tell you that in an emergency, if the cabin for whatever reason becomes decompressurized, that oxygen mask will drop down. You need to help yourself first, and then you can help anybody else get theirs on, that kind of thing. So those oxygen masks are basically linked up to small, medium, and I guess somewhat large oxygen tanks or cylinders. Very similar concept in the cylinders to the ones that you get in kind of the back of a pub that charged up the cask and the sort of thing. So so we're basically servicing those, and they get filled to crazy pressures. But then we also have to test them to quite high pressures to basically make sure that they work when they're that high in the sky, because the pressure up there is, I don't know, 150 times higher than what the pressure would be down here, sort of thing. Basically, I went to where our main oxygen source is, which is like a cage outside of the building. And that has I think between 6, it depends on how many we have at the time, but anywhere between 6 and 8 cylinders, big cylinders. They're 5'9", these things, they're quite big. And they're just filled with pure aviation oxygen, which is one of the purest types of oxygen you can get, basically. Purer than medical oxygen. So, so I went in there, and then you basically have a bottle key, which you can only kind of do a quarter turn at a time, sort of thing. You basically just have to open them up slowly, and then there's a gauge on them. There's always a gauge on it, and it will basically show you how much pressure is going out into the system. That'll go the whole way through the building. You'll then go into the building, and then when you get into the building, we basically just had, it's a bit weird because I've worked at other companies that didn't have that system. Everybody, so
some technical.
Yeah, sorry, that was mad. I didn't even, that was so deep the way I just explained it, bro. Yeah, I should do training. I should do training, but yeah, bro, it's taking me back, bro. But
So what I'm getting is basically you're trying to, there's a certain gauge that you need to get the pressure to for it to be safe?
Well, I mean, if it goes over a certain pressure, it's definitely not safe anyway.
Yeah.
But like whatever pressure, the way that we set it up, it should never really have a pressure issue, essentially. Like you should never have too much pressure in the system.
So what happened then? How?
So I basically turned the handle like I normally would, finished seeping. So obviously I went to do the next little turn again. Next thing I know, I woke up on the other side of the room, literally like flames everywhere. Like where the handle was, it looked like a Bunsen burner type thing. What you get in school, it was mad. And I just remember thinking the first thing like, man, I'm gonna lose my job. That's the first thing, bro. That's the first thing that came to my. I swear, that's the first thing that came to my head, because I just don't know what happened.
Yeah, you didn't know. You didn't even know you were hurt.
Yeah, literally. So I got up. I was a little bit dizzy, and I'm like, I didn't really know what to do. I was just thinking like, I need to figure out how to stop this. So the first thing I did, I ran over to the machine, basically the test rig, and my thought process was to try and like shut it off, right? So I'm turning all the handles and the knobs to try and figure it out. Meanwhile, the rest of the room's going up in flames. And like, obviously there's multiple oxygen cylinders around the room. There's alcohol everywhere and shit like that. So I'm thinking I need to act quick. I then realized, it must have taken me, I don't know how many seconds to realize that like it was the main line that burst. Like there was no way to stop it. So I stepped out of the room, like literally just opened the door and shouted for help. I couldn't even hear myself. Bro, I don't know what happened exactly, but like, bro, the noise that I was hearing was just kind of like like when the next day after like a rave or something and it's just ringing, it was kind of like that. So I've opened the door and shouted for help. And like within, I don't know, 3-4 seconds, bro, the corridor was just filled with smoke. I couldn't see anybody. I couldn't see anything. And I remember there was there's like a office opposite for like one of the, it must be like a second or third deputy of the whole company or something like that, right? So he like runs into the room. I'm pretty sure it was him. And he's kind of like, not that I could see much anyway, but he's kind of like, I think he's trying to ask me like, what's happening? What's wrong? I'm just like, bro, what do you mean what's wrong? What's happening? Like,
fire coming out the bloody pipes, man.
Like, what happened right now isn't going to stop this place going up in flames. So I'm thinking, okay, whatever. He then goes over to the rig and is looking at it like, and I'm thinking, bro, like, so at that point, I think one more person came in the room, 1 or 2 more people came into the room and they were all, again, trying to figure this nonsense out. And I thought, okay, cool. I've just got to like try and go stop the mains from the outside. So I ran out of the room, and as I'm running out of the room, because we're on the bottom floor here, yeah, there's a floor upstairs as well. There's people like running down the stairs now, tripping over the stairs and stuff because obviously smoke, you can't see. And then like I literally have to turn around the corner and then I can get to like an emergency exit. I ran out the emergency exit and obviously like it's now mad bright because obviously it's dark in the building. It's mad bright outside. So because it's like middle of the day. I ran down, I've gone to the cage and the cage is like padlocked, number combination. It's one of the managers like date of birth or something. So I'm now trying to remember the combination. I can't remember the combination.
And it was a combination that you prior to that,
I
it was
knew
every day
this
you're
combination. Like it was like 1979 or something like that. Or something like that. It was something like that. I'm pretty sure.
So at this point, had you been? How am I trying to word myself, man? Jeez. Did you have any burns at this time?
Probably, but I didn't notice at this point. Like I was just focused on trying to like stop
and no one noticed. Everyone's panicking so much. No one noticed.
I think that they're all just looking at this whole situation, isn't it? So I'm thinking, and remember, there's only like 3 people involved at this point. I've ran over. I'm trying to figure the padlock. I can't figure out the padlock, and now I'm starting to hear like bangs going off in the building. Yeah, and I'm thinking, right, like if I don't sort this out, like the whole airport's going up in smoke. Like I need to open this cage. Eventually, I got the padlock open. And then obviously I've got the bottle key. One by one, obviously I have to turn each bottle. And like I told you, they're like quarter turns. So it's like 7 times, next one, 7 times, next one, 7 times, next one, 7 times, constantly, like till I've done all 7, 8, which is, again, another tedious process. But I'm just thinking like I need to turn it off, I need to turn it off. So I've shut it off. I've locked the padlock again. And I'm thinking, okay, cool. Like, I need to get to the bathroom because I looked at my hand now and I just saw it was just really red. So because I was wearing like my uniform and stuff, I could only see my hand.
Yeah.
So like it was just red, like I don't know, like a dog bite type red or whatever. Do you know what I mean? So it's like it's quite red, it's quite sore. But in my head, I'm thinking, oh, just run to the bathroom, wash it off. It's cool. At this point, I couldn't really feel it still. Like I was just like, I mean, it's peak, but it's red. It's fine. So I ran to the next entrance, which is like just a little bit further on from the cage. And I've gone to pull my pass. We've got like, I guess everybody in the airport just has you have to have your pass around your neck, like your ID. And I've got one of those ones where it's like a little pulley thing. So I've gone to pull it to beep it and it's not beeping. I look down and my pass is like half melted. And I'm thinking, oh my days, like I can't get in the building. What am I gonna do? And because obviously the door I've gone out of is a fire exit. So like it shuts straight away. So I'm stuck outside, right? So luckily, I literally turned to my right, which is now like the direction to get to like where the reception-ish kind of area is. And my deputy team leader just runs out of nowhere, right? And I'm thinking, phew, like this guy's, and he's just looking at me like, what the hell has happened to you? And he's like, come with me. So he opens the door. We run through the building. We're like in the offices part now. And I went to go to the toilet. There's like a toilet for the office people there. So I ran to go to the toilet. And he was like, no, come with me. So we ran through the building. He grabs a first aid kit off the wall. And then we basically ran out the front entrance into like the goods in area, like goods in, goods out, where like all the parts and stuff arrive and go out. And then also, I guess it's also like the smoking area as well for a lot of people. So this was during COVID as well. So like they furloughed like half the workforce. Yeah. So like in my department, there was only 2 people. And I went away before this accident happened. And when I came back, so when I went away, they brought him out of furlough. Then when I came back, they'd taken him off furlough. I mean, they put him back into furlough, but there was no handover. So like I came back on like a Monday and they'd furloughed him again on a Friday. So like I didn't actually know what was going on in the building and stuff. And when I spoke to my manager, because they don't really know that side of the department. Do you know what I mean? It's like every single part of aviation safety is a completely different discipline. Like you literally have to go through training and learn it and stuff like that. So like me and him were the specialists in that specific, in the oxygen department. Yeah. So sorry to cut you. You said that it was during lockdown. So people on furlough. Yeah. I was thinking usually what you were tasked to do, is it usually a one-man job? It really depends. Like it can be like you probably, I don't know. I'd worked at other companies that did similar sort of things and they had just much bigger teams. Yeah. So it was, you just weren't really alone because they had much bigger teams. Yeah. But because they had much bigger teams, they had 2 people sitting down doing regulators and just building and cleaning regulators. One person just doing refills, another person doing cleaning, another person doing hydro for the whole day. So it was just it was like a production line. You were doing all of that by yourself? I did everything, the whole thing. So is that because process. Of the whole furlough? That's the main reason? Yeah, because normally there'll be 2 of us and we just split the work. So it'd be like, okay, cool, you go do hydro for a bit, I'll do regulators, and then we'll come back, okay, cool, you take them apart, you clean. Yeah. So it would normally be like that. But yeah, because... Sorry, that's all I wanted to know, but yeah, sorry. Yeah, so, but also, in spite of that, we obviously had less customers during that time because there was less, obviously, nobody was really flying as much. Yeah. So most of our customers were like freighters and stuff like that. So... And it was a freight airline anyway, themselves. So they just like rented out their services. Mainly. Like their planes and their pilots and air hostesses and stuff. So, so I came back on the Monday. So yeah, now we've run to the smoking area, whatever it is that they call it. The smoking area, I know it's a goods in, the goods out area. And we get there and it looks like to me that the whole business is there. Like, I'm thinking, there's nobody doing any work. Am I the only one working? Like, what's going on? It seemed like everybody just went, oh, COVID, let's not do much. So I'm thinking, right, I'm working my ass off for you lot, and you lot are just chilling here, doing nothing. So anyway, at this point, I've got like most of my hearing back is ringing this a bit, but there's no fire alarm going off from what I can remember. No sprinklers, nothing. That's like, weird. Tell me about it. So I don't know. Maybe because the rooms are like, because it's an oxygen department, it's quite like clinical in there. So maybe it's like shut off in such a way, like every door's a fire door, that kind of thing. So my thought process, maybe it was like so well contained that like it didn't affect the rest of the building. I don't know. But so anyway, my deputy team leader starts shouting for like a first aid training. Is anybody first aid? Anybody first aid trained? Everybody's just standing looking. And he's like, what? Nobody's first aid trained?
Why is he not first aid trained?
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it? It's
You're
mad.
looking for others when your position is the first person.
I didn't even think of it like that. Yeah, it's mad. But it turns out they furloughed them all. So some guy runs over. I think he's like the engineer that does like, he builds all the stuff to help us make our job easier, sort of thing. So he builds all the jigs, maybe attachments, pipe work, that kind of thing. He does all of that. So I think he said something like, I know, but I haven't done it much, or something like that. So maybe he hadn't had his refresher or something. So he runs over, grabs the first aid kit out of deputy team leader's hand, goes to the floor to open it up, and he just starts like, so for what I saw in it just looked like a bunch of bandages, to be honest. And he's just like, just moving his hands like a DJ everywhere, yeah? Then he looks up at me, bro, and he just starts shaking, right? When he looked up at me, and at that point, I just had a panic attack. For me, that was like, what the hell is going on now? Do you know what I mean? Like, he's looking at me and he's shaking, and he's the person who's supposed to be helping me. So then, deputy team leader, I remember him shouting, grab the hose. He runs over to wherever the hose place was. And then the next thing I remember was I was in like a chair, like an office chair they must have got. They ripped me out of my shirt and they were just basically hosing me with the hose water. And then they had someone running back and forth with a jug to the water machine. They had like a water machine so you could get like ice cold water. And I just remember saying like, my arm. And they put the water on my arm, and then I'd be like, my face. And then they put the water on my face, and then I'd be like, my arm. They put it on my arm, and they were like, I can't put it on both places. But like, it was seriously like kicking in at this point. Like I can't explain to you like the pain anyway. So they've called an ambulance at some point. Ambulance turned up, I don't know how much later. They basically gave me paracetamol, like 2. And then just continued the water for a little bit, and they basically said that they had to take me with them, and I just was not like prepared to move because like I didn't want to like lose the water. So they let me stay for like another 5 or 10 minutes, and then they were like, no, we actually have to go now. So eventually I agreed to go. They put me in the back of the ambulance, and then the guy in the ambulance, like the paramedic, he was pouring water on me constantly throughout the journey to the first hospital. And I just remembered like maybe halfway, 3/4 of the way, he's like, I'm really sorry, we've run out of water. And I don't even know what kind of mental state I must have gone into at that point, bro. I just had to do
excruciating pain,
bro, some deep next level meditating. I don't know, bro. Like I was just trying to breathe, but like I don't really remember much, but like I was in and out of consciousness. Like it was just, I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy, innit? So, bro, I'd rather die by frostbite. The fire any day, bro. Cold over heat. Like, I can't explain to you. Then I remember getting out of the ambulance, going into the hospital. We went to a hospital in Red Hill, in Surrey. I worked at Gatwick. So, then my mum came, and she was like, obviously worried, but also vexed at the same time. And my mum's a nurse, so she was just like basically getting on to everyone in the hospital pretty much. I don't know how long I was in there for. Then they transferred me to another hospital in East Grinstead, I think it was called. Like it was called Queen Victoria. They're like a specialist like burns department place. So went to Queen Vic. Really, really good hospital, by the way. And when I was there, they put this thing on my skin, which was like, so I got the 3rd to 4th degrees to my arm, shot the whole way up, and then my face got what they call flash burns, which I don't really know like the difference between them all, to be honest. But to me, it was just, I was in the same situation, sort of thing. Like, I think my face is less worse than my arm, technically. But But to me, it all looks different in it.
So the two areas that you got the most burns was your arm and your face.
Yeah, my arm and my face. There was a little bit like on my neck as well. But like I managed to get like dermatology and stuff like that. So that's helped out like massively in the long run, like over the couple of years. I'm still doing the dermatology and a bunch of different creams I have to use and stuff like that. And like, to be honest, I just try not to look at it. Like, especially my arm, I just never look at it. It's always covered. So I don't really ever notice the progress unless I just randomly catch it in the mirror. But
is that due to trauma, or is that because you naturally have to have it covered?
I think it was, so I had to be honest, I've still not been told to take it off, to be fair. But so I got a compression sleeve and I get these masks made as like compression masks. And they keep the scarring basically flat.
I see.
So, it's done really wonders for my face, to be fair. Like, my face is like, there's no like raised scarring anymore.
Okay.
Like, there's a couple things, because I basically got like chickenpox last year. So that was a long day, innit? Yeah, I got chickenpox out of nowhere.
Chickenpox?
That rude, bro.
That's mad. How old are you?
27.
Chickenpox?
Bro, it's peak.
Did you get it when you were a kid? Did you get it when
no,
you were a kid?
My parents kept me away from it. They're like, what's that?
Oh, man.
My parents are
They should have
African,
made
so
you
they were
catch
like, they saw that
What
and they were
part-
like,
what part
nah.
Africa? What part
We can't. Nigeria.
Nigeria, okay.
So they saw that and they were
Ghanaian.
like, nah, I don't want this British disease on my kids sort of thing. So, yeah, they just
I'm
kept me
surprised.
away
Your
from it.
mum being a nurse, she should have known children need to catch that at an early age.
She probably just saw what the kids had and got
'Cause
scared.
my mum was a nurse. My mum, and I'm Ghanaian. My mum made me catch that.
Oh, no, bro.
She was happy for me to catch it.
It was itchy. Actually, do you know what? It wasn't as itchy. It was more stings, like it stings. But I had shingles.
What the hell was that?
It's like the adult version of thing, but like apparently it's like they were basically telling me I could die.
Oh, so
I had to go
shingles
to-
is like
I
the
got
adult
admitted to
version of
hospital.
chickenpox.
Yeah, shingles.
Okay,
adult version.
I never heard of that.
I got admitted to hospital for that. It was peak, bro. It was bad.
So with your condition, did they give you special treatment? Some kind of special medication?
What, for the shingles? Or?
Yeah, for the shingles. Or did it just let you?
Yeah. So I had to have sorry, we sidetracked for the original story. But I had to have I don't know what the medication was, but I was taking these tablets like every day, literally like 2 tablets a day. And then a bunch of different, like loads of calamine lotion, aloe veras, like I couldn't scratch it. And then oat milk baths, or I had this oat powder. I'd have to pour it in the water and then I have to bath. And the idea is that you have to try and dry them out as quickly as you can, sort of thing.
Bro, you know what? The question I'm sure a lot of people who are going to be watching this are going to be thinking is, did you sue the hell out of these people?
Right, but I mean, the story's technically not even finished, like, because, bro, so when I was in the second hospital now,
After St. Mary's one. St.
Queen Mary's or something.
Mary,
yeah.
okay, sorry.
So they put something on my skin that it's like a solution that's basically made from pineapple skin. It's supposed to help burns, right? Similar to like fish skin and a few other things like that. So that's the one they went for. I didn't know I was allergic to pineapples. Right. So I'd never had a problem with pineapples my whole life. Like, I've been eating pineapple, like never had an issue with pineapples. Apparently now I am allergic to pineapples. Can't go near them anymore. That sent me, I remember I was in the bed and I woke up. I just remembered like my throat was getting tighter and I was struggling to breathe. And I was just like wheezing a bit. And I just thought, it's just, I'm tired, whatever. Left it about 10 minutes and it was just getting tighter and tighter, and I just thought maybe I should just like tell someone. So I click the buzzer, nurse comes. Hey, is everything okay? I was just like, yeah, just I was struggling to breathe a little bit, and she just like ran off like instantly, like it was. And I tried not to, like, I said it so calm, don't be alarmed. I think I'm struggling to breathe, like just a little bit. And she ran off. Bro, I just panic attack again. Literally, like it sent me, like I froze, like. And then the next thing I remembered, I got woke up, like 4 or 5 doctors were surrounding the bed and they'd taken the stuff off of my arm and my face, like the pineapple stuff completely. And then, they said I went into anaphylactic shock.
What's that?
It's basically like where I don't know like exactly what it is, but like your body seizes up.
Oh, okay.
So they had to do the little change sort of thing, which, again, my mum wasn't very happy about. She was like, should have like tested it on his skin first type thing. Do you know what I mean? So in the hospital for like maybe in total 6 or 7 days. Came home with a letter from work. I opened the letter. Obviously I didn't know what to expect. Maybe like take as much time as you need. We're really sorry. We're not going to reopen your department after the accident. We have to make you redundant.
Are you serious?
Yeah, bro. Literally.
How many days after the accident?
So 6, maybe that's something like that. Yeah.
Less than a week.
Bro, less than a week.
What year did this accident happen, by the way?
21? 20 or 21?
The COVID times, yeah. 21, yeah. My God. Bro, are you serious? Less than 7 days.
Bro, mad.
Was there?
And that just showed me that like companies just do not care about you, bro. Like, get your bread, get your money. If you're working in a company, work as hard as you can. I always say to work as hard as you can in whatever you're doing, but get your money and go home. Make the networking friends that you need to meet and stuff, and any connections you need to make. But like, they don't care about you, man. Like, unless it's maybe like a small business.
Did you sue them? Did you sue them?
Eventually, bro. But it took a while because at first they were trying to like blame me, and then they did like all their investigations because they had to submit a report to the CAA, which is the Civil Aviation Authority. They're like the authority for aerospace in the UK, essentially. And the FAA as well, which is the American Airspace on Federal Aviation Authority, because they still sell stuff there. So they had to do a mad report. Then they had to obviously get their insurance company involved, and the insurance company basically provided their lawyers. So they paid for me to go to therapy, and then like all of my like creams and stuff that I needed to have and stuff like that. So
they thought that was enough, innit?
Well, it was more like, so obviously first they made me redundant, so I had to deal with that with like a separate lawyer, and they basically said that like they had to make a bunch of redundancies because of COVID, and that they couldn't keep a bunch of different people, and like if they could, I'd be the first person they would have considered to give another job. But there was rumored that like some people were getting moved out of the country to different jobs. I don't know the whole debacle, because it seemed like everybody was instructed in the company not to talk to me during the process, because nobody was talking to me. So apart from, you know, the one guy who I was working with, like he was one of my mates basically. I don't think they told him anything, because he was on furlough. Is he the one
that asked you what happened? The one that ran the room and asked you what happened?
What do you mean? No. Oh, okay. So he's the one, that was furloughed.
Oh, the one that was furloughed?
Yeah. So I don't think
they handover from.
Yeah, so I don't think they told him anything about anything, because I just remember him like messaging me randomly, like maybe 3 weeks after the accident, just saying, "Hey, bro, just quickly, I remember you were studying for your B license, which is like a type of license you get in aerospace." Sorry,
when you say they didn't know nothing, he didn't even know you had the accident.
Bro, I don't think.
Oh my God.
Said, hey, bro, he just goes, "I remember you studying for your B license, bro. I've just started," because he was studying as well. We were doing it at the same time, and he was also studying to be a pilot. So he was just like, "Oh, what was the website that you used for this module?" and so on and so forth, because some of the modules coincided. And I was like, "What? Why is he asking me that?" And I was so confused, and I was just like, "This guy clearly they just didn't tell him." So it's mad. They must have just kept it hush hush. But yeah, so I had to sort out the redundancy, which was annoying, because basically, although I was there for like basically 2 years, their probationary period was 18 months or something like that. So basically, they somehow managed to like shimmy hoo-ha it, even though they told me, and I went there under the contract, so I got headhunted. I used to work for another company called Martin Baker, and they do ejector seats, defense systems, that kind of thing. And they told me I was going to go there on a certain salary, and after I completed training, that I'd go up to another salary, and then I'd get another salary if I moved into a senior position. Completed the training within like 2 months, moved up into the senior position because I was the senior in that section. And then that guy eventually actually moved upstairs, and I was the sole guy in that section, and he came down every now and then, and I still never saw none of that money. So anyway, done the redundancy, and I didn't really get much, to be honest, because obviously I was technically on probation the way that they wanted. Yeah, so
these people are devils.
Yeah, man. It was annoying. But and then we had to basically start collecting evidence. So like I had to have like a full medical report, all my NHS history and stuff like that. Because I had a problem with my knee, like I'd basically tore my ACL. So they were concerned that potentially had been injured again when I fell and stuff like that. There was a little bit of brain damage. I lost a little bit of memory, which sucks, because it's just like people I don't remember. Like really? Bro, like there's genuinely like people that I see, and I'm just like, I know them, but I don't know them. Do you know what I mean?
Is it people you knew prior to accident, or can you meet people even
like,
today and forget them a week later?
I haven't really tested that one because I don't remember if I've met them or not. Do you know what I mean? So like, I'll just be like, oh, like there's people that I meet in the street and I'll be like, oh, Mobi, what are you saying? And I'll be like, oh, do I know this guy? Like,
For real?
So maybe sometimes I do them, maybe sometimes I don't, but sometimes I get an inkling that I definitely knew this person before.
Jeez.
But,
bro, man, I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm vexed, bro. Oh, bro, I'm vexed, bro.
It's long, bro. So anyway, we were going back and forth with the lawyers for a long time because obviously they tried to blame me. They had, I think it was about 6 months to do their report or something to send off to the CAA and that kind of thing. So we basically have to wait for that to come through. Then it took about 8 months in total for them to accept liability, which they eventually did. And then after that, that's when obviously they started gathering as much evidence as they can on me. They was looking at like, obviously my medical report, like I used to play football, seeing where other injuries could come from, and I guess anything that they can kind of, but that's what my lawyer said. My lawyer said they'll do everything they can to discredit you in this situation. And obviously I was getting help from the Katie Piper Foundation. Oh my gosh, bless them. Like,
what are they called?
Katie Piper Foundation.
What do they do?
So Katie Piper is a burn survivor herself.
Okay.
She suffered an acid attack.
All right.
Unfortunately. And when she'd gone to get help, there was no body specifically for burns that could help her. So she set up this charity to help burn survivors.
Oh, wow.
Which is super, super
Shout out
empowering.
to Katie Piper,
yeah,
man.
100%, man.
Katie Piper.
And like they, oh my gosh, they done the most for me. Like within like a week of getting hold of them, they got me like a nutritionist, a psychotherapist, a yoga teacher, a physiotherapist, a personal trainer, and then just like someone to talk to on a regular basis.
When you say nutritionist, so you mean since your accident, there's certain foods you can and cannot eat now?
Well, obviously I can't have pineapples and stuff. Well, pineapples, peaches, nectarines, some orange families. It really just depends.
That's weird. I thought maybe because they put it on your skin, that's why you'd be allergic.
That's what I thought, but no, but like my mouth will get itchy, my stomach will get bloated, like my throat gets tight. So yeah, unless it's like cooked, even then I just don't take the risk now really. So I have to carry EpiPen and stuff. So,
oh wow.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I know, bro. But yeah, no, they were super helpful, the Katie Piper Foundation. They still are super helpful. Like I still do a bit of work with them here and there when I can. I ran a 10K for them at one point actually, which was a long training process. But yeah, no. So the lawyers were going back and forth, and then eventually they threw an offer over, which my lawyers basically laughed at, and then went back with a bunch of different things. I had to keep receipts of every time I was going to the dermatology people, every time I had to travel anywhere for hospital appointments, all of that kind of stuff. So it was just a lot of, it was headache. It's just been headache. Like the whole thing's been so much headache.
See, while you were going through all that, how were you feeling? What was going through your mind? Did you think, forget it, I'm not going to get anything? Did you ever feel like giving up? Or did you have belief?
Bro, there was points where I was just like, most of the time I didn't really want to live, if I'm completely honest with you. I just thought, is there any point in being like this? Because I was with someone at the time and a lot of it I was thinking was like, what's she going to think now? Do you know what I mean? So.
Please tell me she was loyal.
I mean, she's gone now, but I guess she was loyal.
Did she go during that process or did she go way after?
No, it went way after. It was like maybe 7 or 8 or even 9 months in to the whole thing is when we fully.
Yeah, that's kind of loyalty then. That could be.
So,
you just broke up.
There's so many factors. Yeah. That's the problem. There's so many factors because my mental health was like really bad. Like I'm still on antidepressants now. So like it just wasn't in a place to, dare I say it, maybe be able to hold up the relationship the way it should have been. And it probably affected her quite badly. So
how do you feel about her now?
Oh, obviously it sucks, innit? What can I do? Like, it's life though.
Yeah, but do you think she, like, do you rate her or did you lose ratings for her?
The problem is, she's an Aquarius, innit? So I'll just never like...
Don't tell me you're into that stuff, man.
Bro, I will just never know, like... I will never know, like, bro. They're just, you can't read them. So bro, it's true, bro. What's in it, bro? Tell the bro. I'm telling you now, bro.
Bro, I can't lie.
Bro,
the last thing I expected you to say is she's an Aquarius. I'm not gonna lie, that hit me, bro. I'm
laughing, bro. What's so funny? Because I'm trying to. Why are you mad around this? No, do you know what? Yeah. The man have lost it. They've lost it completely.
I'm not gonna lie. Because I'm not really into star signs. I think it's a very ancient way of reading people's.
But everything's ancient.
Yeah, but that one is like, come on, man. People used to get killed for that. People used to get sacrificed for that because they were born on a certain day or a certain star was in the sky. And it's like,
hang on a minute.
Today we know.
Hang on a minute.
Yeah.
Have other religious prospects also not been persecuted?
Yeah, but we don't follow those pagan systems anymore. They're pagan systems, bro.
What pagan systems?
Reading star charts. They're pagan systems,
so,
bro.
But then, I mean, well,
because bro,
a lot of people do. Still.
You could read a star sign.
I don't follow it, but a lot of people do. Right, but I've read into a lot of it.
Did you see? I'll find a clip for it. I'll send it to you on WhatsApp. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there was this video, and guys, we're not going to sidetrack, but we're going to get back to it.
Don't start talking about UFOs. Don't start talking about.
So basically, what this guy done was he swapped different star charts. Because back in the newspaper, you could read what your. He swapped them.
Yeah, but who was right?
That's me.
Yeah, but
and that was the Gemini's one, and the Cancer's one, and the Cancer's one, and the Aquarius one. They also, that's me. So come on, bro.
Yeah, no, okay, fair enough. Those daily horoscopes, for me, the ones that you see in mainstream, I always thought they were waffle because everything I think applied to everyone.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends on what you believe at the end of the day. But like, I read into it a reasonable amount. I've got a couple of friends that do like card readings and stuff, which I thought, for me, like I come from a Christian background. I was like, whoa, like chill out.
Yeah,
like, I'm not.
Yeah, it's a bit much.
It's just out of the ordinary from what I grew up and what I knew. Yeah. So I was a bit skeptical about all the card reading and stuff. But obviously, I had to do my own research about it to understand like why they're into that. And do you know what I mean? Because if I don't understand them, like I need to understand my friends. Do you know what I mean?
So the early version of religion, I think it's called Gnosticism, was based around that. What do you call it? Astrology was based around that. The early version of Christianity before the Roman Empire got involved. So the Roman Empire is the one that gave us the whole man on the cross and wearing certain attire that became part of the culture. But before that, the early Christians who were following Christ, they used to use a lot of astrology.
Yeah, the Star of David. That's how they followed it. Do you know
12 disciples, the 12 days of the month. Obviously, the Roman Empire came and gave it more of a literal sense.
Yeah, I think 85-90% of religions are linked anyway in some form or way. They've got very similar principles. Yeah. I think they're all just, you know how Christianity has different denominations? I think every religion is a denomination of a previous religion. Technically, it's somebody's own beliefs and they've changed it or tweaked it. Or it's their interpretation of it and they've tried to teach it to other people the best way that they can to help people lead a good life. So
you just said the Star of David, and it's funny you said that because when you look at all three Abrahamic religions, Christianity is mainly based around the sun. When you see the Son of God, he's always got the sun behind his head, Jesus. And if you look at Judaism, they face to the east. Sorry, if you look at Islam, they face towards the east to pray, which is where the sun rises.
Exactly.
And if you look at their representative logo or whatever you call it, I don't call it a logo. It's a moon with a star in it.
Did you just call it a logo?
What do you call it? What do you call it?
I can't believe you said that.
No, but the thing is, every religion has its symbol in it.
Okay,
right, so
symbol,
we'll call it a symbol.
Symbol,
all right, let's call it a symbol. And then you got Judaism with the Star of David. Do you know what I mean? So it's mad how it's all based around astrological themes. But yeah, anyway, that's another conversation. But yeah, you're saying, so she's...
You're terrible. You're gonna have to cut this, You're gonna have to cut this. Bro, the comments are gonna go mad, bro.
You're saying she's an Aquarius. Or she's a Sagittarius. I forgot which one it was.
Nah, I even forgot about that.
But bro, I'm not gonna lie, the way you threw that in there, because I was thinking, he's gonna say, she's a good girl, she's alright, I still call her. Nah, she's an Aquarius. But yeah, carry on, please.
Yeah, sorry. So, they just have some. You at least take me serious, man.
Sorry, bro. But yeah, so you're saying
they have some peculiar traits. obviously some really good ones. I think every star sign technically has good and traits that they can work on.
Yeah.
So it was, she was just quite hard to read.
I see.
She was an amazing person, to be fair. But obviously everybody has their flaws and their things.
So since her, what's it been like relationship wise since her?
I just haven't really like focused on that. I've just been focusing on myself, if anything. Like I found music like through my flatmate at the time.
Okay.
He was obviously furloughed as well. So he was trying to like make beats. And the charity, Katie Piper Foundation, they taught me how to creative write. Just to,
oh wow.
Yeah. So literally it was kind of just teaching me how to write down my thoughts. They kind of did it like without telling me how to do it. It was actually quite sad. Just why don't you write down your thoughts, and then why don't you try and make sense of your thoughts? And then I started trying to make sense of your thoughts. And well, why don't you break it up a little bit more? So it was just really gentle ways of just nudging me to focus on one thing so that my brain wasn't going everywhere. And
so you were doing music before that?
Nah.
Bruh.
Nah, not really. So
hey,
like I had a couple 16 bars.
The star sign stuff as
I had a couple 16 bars here and there, like from the playground and stuff. Yeah. And like a few bits that I could throw together, and I could obviously like rap other people's songs, but like I weren't like, do you know what I mean? Like I could put together a set of bars, but they were like, I wasn't trying to say them in front of people type vibes, you know what I mean? It was just like messing around with my friends sort of thing. So so he was just like, why don't you try and like just say it on the beat? And I think a lot of my earlier music was really aggressive and just anger towards like the company, the government, because obviously they like they cut a lot of funding for the NHS and stuff like that. And then obviously a lot of resources had to go towards COVID as well and stuff like that. But like I originally had a therapist in the hospital, and because the funding got cut, I didn't have any access to that therapist anymore. So I was just very grateful that Kate Piper Foundation stepped in when they did. I started rapping. And I hated my voice completely, if I'm honest with you. And there's still times where I probably hate my voice.
Man, you got a good voice, man. You got a rapper's
Everybody
voice.
says, nah,
you got a deep voice,
I do not have a rapper's voice.
You got a deep voice. You got a rapper's voice, man.
I think I've got a deep voice when I talk, but when I rap, my voice is not deep, innit? For some reason, when I rap, my voice is so like animated or soft sometimes, or like, bro, I've got some songs that are like, what the hell is that movie?
You know, sometimes it's all in the mind, man. Like you listen to it a couple of years later, you're like, "Wow, my voice is actually all right," you know.
Oh, I don't know, man. It took me a long time to get used to my voice and like it, but I still only like it on certain songs and some songs. I don't know how I feel about it. So
how's the music going?
Yeah, it's going all right. I can't complain. I mean, I can complain. Like it's been a difficult journey. I'll tell you that for free. Like trying to turn this into, I guess, like my life now. There's just so many things because it's not an industry I've come from or known anything about. I've had to do so much like research, so much learning, pay for courses, understand social media, and then obviously understand like how to make a good sound in the studio as well, understand how to create a song. I think songwriting kind of just the earlier stuff, because I wouldn't say I write too much now anymore. I only write like when I get into the studio now. Or I just kind of like freestyle it off the top like a lyric, and then I'll go back, sit down, write something, freestyle it, and just kind of figure it out when I'm in the studio. But before I was just writing like so much stuff. And I feel like when I write, I'm just writing stories about my life, which are normally quite traumatic. And I got to a point where it was just hard to just stay in that negative headspace, I think. So I think that's probably if I'm honest with you, the reason why I've stopped writing as much as I did.
Oh, wow.
I think it's just hard to write when the only place you've ever written from is like a place of trauma or pain. So for me, it was kind of like, I think it's just easier to kind of just go into the studio and vibe with the boys sort of thing.
I get you. So why the name Mobi 1? Where did that come from?
It stands for May Our Blessings Inspire One.
May
Our Blessings Inspire One.
May Our Blessings Inspire One. Oh, I see. MOBI. Okay, May Our Blessings Inspire One. How did you come up with that?
It's just like well, technically, some of it is like, I looked at rap generators, and then I also just mixed a little bit of like my name here and there to try and make it work. And then I also wanted it to make sense with an acronym. So the one is just kind of, because I wanted it to be May Our Blessings Inspire One.
I see.
but then I needed obviously something to fit together. So I just kind of thought, what has a ring to it? Plus looked at the rap generators, plus because I knew I wanted to do something that was going to help people. And then when I saw I, because there's an I in my name, I went, oh, that could be Inspire. And then I just started piecing it together. There was a couple of other contenders.
What were the other names before?
Well,
were they all
originally Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan.
Yeah, but obviously I didn't want to like
get sued.
Yeah. Well,
Star Wars. Where's my money, Mobi one?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Originally Obi-Wan was like just an easy choice. What else did I have on the list now? I remember. Oh, when I was younger, I used to go by the name randomly, like Lynx.
Lynx.
Yeah.
Because the spray.
Yeah. Okay. Well, not because of the spray.
Because you're African. You're Lynx Africa.
No, that's not. That's not the reason. That's not.
Yeah, man, I'm African. I like that spray.
That's not the reason. That's not the reason.
You would have got sued again. That's for sure. I know you're African, but that's our name, okay? No, but seriously though, yeah.
Yeah, no. Just because I was a very like social person when I was younger. Like I love meeting up with people, meeting new people.
You seem pretty social now, though.
Every football event I could go to, I was going to it when I was younger. So people just, you're always linking people, Well, we links, and then everybody just started calling me Links.
I see.
That was a tag when I was younger, but since then, I was like, I don't know if I'll use that because like. Yeah.
Well, Mobi one's nice. I like Mobi one. It's easy to remember. That's what you need with rappers. You want names that's easy to remember. You don't want like technical names, like, do you know what I mean? Unless like there's one rapper called Immortal Technique, and I think
I know about him.
I think the only reason why people remember that name is because he's a
bad
boy rapper.
No,
do you know what I mean? But the name Immortal Technique is a long name.
If you hear that name, bro, you're never gonna forget. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but don't you think that name's a lot of spelling? Immortal Technique, like Jay-Z, Nas, 50 Cent. Yeah, you want some easy names, man. Like. No one really wants to go looking for Immortal.
I'm trying to think of rappers that have got like semi sort of syllables now. So what? How many syllables are you saying it should be? Maximum.
I love the name Jay-Z.
So 2.
Yeah, I love the name Jay-Z.
I've got 3.
Yeah, but it's still kind of easy though. Mobi 1. Like it's still kind of easy, bro.
And what? Immortal Technique isn't?
It's the spelling. There's a lot of spelling,
it's
bro.
It's only 5 though. It's only 5 syllables.
Immortal Technique. I'm even trying to figure out how to spell technique right now.
Technique's immortal, bro. It's immortal.
Spell technique.
TECHNIQUE.
So you looked up for 1 second.
What does that mean, bro?
What does that mean? You looked up for 1 second. Like,
what is this? Lie to me.
Am I spelling it right? Okay, spell Jay-Z. Spell Jay-Z.
JAY-Z.
Look at the confidence, man. Look at the confidence. Look at that. Look at the confidence.
Nobody is spelling it though. People are just saying it. Nobody's.
So when you go on Spotify, what are you typing up? We ain't got the Neuralink yet.
Hey Siri, can you look up Immortal Technique?
Yeah, but bro, Immortal Technique came out long before that generation. When I first heard about Immortal Technique, it was around 2006. 2006, I think it was. No, even earlier, because I remember I was in college when I heard about Immortal. I randomly found him, I asked him randomly on one website called SoundClick.
SoundClick?
Yeah, SoundClick. Yeah, it was like way before MySpace. It was like one of the first websites where you went on, you found the artist and all his music that he had put on there was there. And it was like no one, it was hard to fathom that you could just press play. You know, because MySpace came up with the whole press play.
Is it like a SoundCloud type thing?
It was like a SoundCloud before a SoundCloud, like if I can describe it. It was a lot harder to describe because back in that era, it wasn't common just to go and find music online. You know, this long before LimeWire and all these.
Oh my days, LimeWire,
bro. This is long before LimeWire.
That thing bust me FL Studio,
yeah,
bro.
I can't lie, man. LimeWire.
So you won't know about LimeWire. Yeah. It's this thing. It's like that. It's too young.
How old are you, bro? Yes. 18?
Yes.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. So LimeWire is like, it's like a software that you can use to download
music.
Well, anything really.
But
any software, music.
Everything basically.
FL Studio, Logic if you really wanted to. I didn't even know if Logic was a thing then.
Yeah.
But you could get anything really, bro. It was like Photoshop, like it was mad.
But you get loads of viruses as well.
Yeah, mad viruses.
It was long before the era of people comprehending like, right, hold on, is my computer safe? Like it was just like
I think I only had about a year of it before it got shut down.
So but I got loads of music from there, and then that came out after. But yeah, that's how I found out about Immortal Technique. But yeah, I like easy rap names, man. And your name is a beautiful name, man. Mobi One. It's easy.
I appreciate
And the fact
it.
that it's linked to Obi-Wan, I'm a Star Wars fan. The fact that I will think Obi-Wan, just put M in front of it and I'll remember your name.
People keep saying I
easy
need to do like a Star Warsy song, like around Star Wars or
Well,
something.
you're into astrology, so why not just...
I'm not into astrology. I just know, I've just done my research on it enough to know. I don't know, like, I used to, but I don't really know, like, the moon risings and the sun rises. Sorry.
I would advise you not to really get into it because I'm not gonna lie, I'm someone, I love learning stuff, and I started looking into astrology, numerology. I started looking into alchemy. I started looking into like ancient religions and religions that inspired Abrahamic religion. And bro, it's dangerous stuff, man.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think it's when you don't know, you don't really know what you're getting into. I think that's the type of situation it is really. Until you know like the source, you don't know. I think a lot of our religions are a little bit more black and white. Like you can kind of, there's enough history to know about it. Whereas I think with stuff like astrology, it's quite explorative. Because I met a girl once that was like a witch.
Yeah, I've met a few witches.
And like they also like believe in astrology, but then some of them will have stones and other ones will have like rabbit's feet and they'll all have different. So there's all different things, isn't it? Really, but bro, it's not like the way they depict witches on TV, bro. It's more like Sabrina the Teenage Witch type girls. Do you know what I'm saying? Like they're still like they're very like cool people. Like they're just chill. But like
what's so deep about the term that today what we call a witch is because when the Church of England started killing people who had certain knowledge on medicine, certain knowledge on the stars, on events, how to pinpoint certain events and that based on astrology. That was normal. All human beings had that knowledge. There was one time when we all had that knowledge. There was one person in the village who had that knowledge that we could all go to and ask for these things, right? And they will never say that it's their magic. It was always God that they'll refer it to because it was still a belief in one God, right? But then the Church of England didn't want to share this with anyone because they wanted people to be, I won't say like sheep and docile, but yeah, sheep and docile. So they started labeling, exactly, that's the perfect terminology. They started labeling people witches and wizards. So today we've got this concept of witches and wizards, which is like, oh my God, it's so scary. But they were just normal people who just knew how to put that herb together with that root and help you with your stomach ache. Put that herb together with that root and help you with the bugs, the worms in your brain. Like they really knew this stuff. They knew God's planet so well that they had to give credit to God every single time they did it. But today, people have this concept that they work in league with the devil. Some of them probably did, because even in Christianity and Abrahamic religion, you have your negative and your positive.
Yeah, of course.
There's some who use like religion to conjure up spirits. Some who use it to heal people. Do you know what I'm trying to say? By words of affirmation, because our words are powerful. So the concept you've got of witches and wizards, my friend, I research, you'd be surprised. They are not what we were told they were as kids or in the movies and that. They're not at all. They were normal people. I've met quite a few, like you said, and you could be thinking, you're a witch, because I never understood that. I always thought you had to be evil in your head.
There's some evil, blah, blah, blah. But no, they're just like, and a lot of them are like, there's some people that use it for bad and they do hexes and stuff, but like, no, I do it for good. Like, I'm just, like, I will do a spell to like, she said she does a spell to like, prepare herself for like her uni exam or something like that. And I'll be like, bro, okay, so that's, I mean, again, to me, it just sounds a bit far-fetched, but like, I pray before my exam. Do you know what I mean? So that's her form of her ritual. So it's just, to them, it's like another religion. And they have books and stuff that they go to read. Granted, probably way more books than we just have like one individual book, the Bible, the Quran. They have quite a few different books and stuff. So that's why I said it's quite explorative, because there's so many different routes. And because obviously, I guess to some extent, some people won't know where they're going. Some people would just go, okay, this is the limit. This is the book. I'm going to go for this. And other people just want to know more and more and more because it's maybe helping them in life. But I think that there's either the information isn't just as clear because there's so much information out there, or I think you just get to the point where you don't realize maybe how far you've gone into it.
You have to be very careful, because with me, I'm a Muslim and I'm a very happy Muslim, but I'm also a very open-minded person. I like to read things, and I always say to people, I like to also understand my enemy. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So I've even met a Satanist before, and I've let him explain to me.
I've never met one.
Oh my God, bro.
Yeah. Oh, actually, I got a message once on Insta from a guy basically saying like, our Lord, something, Satan, we can give you everything you want, everything you desire, blah, blah, blah.
See, those are fake. Those are fake.
Okay,
See,
cool.
that's another
Out,
false impression we've been given, about Satanists is that you sell your soul to devil and no. They believe Lucifer is the one that cares about us and God doesn't care about us. So, well, I could be wrong. So
I don't know, because I don't know, you heard of her artist called T Zandos?
No.
Okay, so she's a rapper from, I think, Southeast London, like Woolwich kind of area. And I think her social media is gone, but I saw something go up on it was either I Am Just Bait or Shade Bar, basically just saying that we should all pray for her because she basically put up something on her story saying she wanted to repent.
The black girl, she's like a gangster rapper kind of thing, isn't it?
Yeah,
I saw that recently.
Yeah. And I was just like, that's mad. But she said when she prayed to Satan that she got everything she wanted. When she prayed to God, she got nothing. That's what she said in her post.
See, that's the thing. Like I said, they believe basically Lucifer is the good guy and God's the bad guy. They will not discredit God for creating us and creating the world, but they think that God doesn't care about us and Lucifer does, basically. So they'll be like, oh, why do pedophiles exist? And why does that exist? Because, Lucifer wouldn't want that, but God wants that. And it's like, okay.
Right.
I've
never spoken to one.
I've not looked into it personally myself, but the person I met who was a Luciferian, that's what he said to me.
Luciferian? Is that what they're called?
Yeah, Luciferianism, yeah. Do you know what I mean?
So it's not Satanism, it's Luciferianism.
There's Satanism, Luciferianism, because Lucifer is Satan, isn't
it? Yeah.
So they believe in Lucifer. Satan, I think, is a word that came later on from the Roman Empire.
Oh, okay. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. And anyway, that stuff is it's something that I personally wouldn't look into myself. Or when I met him, I asked him a few questions.
Yeah. I'd not looked into that, but when I was I guess struggling quite a lot and I was looking for answers, I don't know how much I can say, obviously, but I got quite involved in Scientology. Yeah. Because
I know nothing about Scientology.
Okay, cool. So the easiest way to explain it, everybody's cool. They're all still like quite amazing people. And like obviously people hear horror stories and blah, 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 but like that's all. I've only heard that stuff outside of the UK. In the UK, everything's cool. Like when you go to like a church, it's more like a lesson, like a classroom, like you work through whatever it is that you're dealing with, and you can take courses basically to get to like a higher level, if that basically makes sense. But the courses just cost money. So, but some people say it's a scam, it's for money, blah, 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 blah. But there's so many things that like you have to pay money for. And do you know what I mean? Like I don't know. I can't testament to other religions, but they don't do like offerings and stuff like that, like we would in church and stuff for God or for the community and stuff like that. They'll just you do a course. Course gets you to the next level. You can help others. Like it's just a community. But I never saw all of that, the mad stuff that people say is happening. Yeah. I never saw that. But I didn't get like crazy deeply involved.
Okay.
I went to like a few like meet and greets, and I watched like a movie where they basically like find out about yourself, about Dianetics and stuff like that. So it was just really, I was just trying to look for answers in loads of different places at one point.
Did they make you hold those two metal pipes?
No. I never got that far. I never used to
be in Central London back in the days, and they'll say, come, they make you hold this little pipe to read your frequency, and they'll say, oh, your negative energy or your positive energy. And I
never seen that. It was more like, bro, they're so like, they're just kind of like stand outside train stations and just give you leaflets now. Or like, I think for me it was they just gave me it was just a ticket, like, and it was basically like set out like a cinema ticket, come see a free movie, and I thought.
The movie show you about the guy who started it and everything, and how him and his wife.
No, it wasn't that. It was more about like you and your journey.
Oh right, okay,
that kind of thing. Okay, so that comes like later, basically. Yeah. So, but you can look up, find that information online anywhere about the guy that started Scientology. Yeah. So you were looking into Scientology because of what you were. Obviously, you were in a dark place. Yeah. So you were looking. So what did you find? Did you find Christianity? Did you find Judaism, Buddhism, Hinduism? Well, I grew up a Christian anyway, so I'd always been praying to God like my whole life, and for me it was more like I kind of was asking because I knew that God was real, but I just didn't know, I guess, which religion God was, what was the right religion, if that makes sense. But then I kind of think now that like every religion is just people's version of serving God.
So what would you consider yourself now?
I'm a Christian today.
So you're a Christian?
I'm a Christian today,
okay,
yeah.
Okay. So as a Christian, when you say everyone's religion is their interpretation...
Yeah, because how many denominations of Christianity are there?
I see.
Do you know what I mean?
So what type of Christian are you? Are you Catholic?
No, Protestant.
Protestant. Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Do you read your Bible?
Not as often as I should.
Do you go to church?
Again, not as often as I should. But I go to like online.
Yeah.
Like online sermons and stuff.
Okay, that's good, man. So, that's good. And did that help you? Has that helped you in any way?
Yeah. Do you know what, bro? Like, it's actually really insightful. Like, you just learn, listening to teachings, you just learn a lot of life lessons, like a lot of life lessons, a lot of experiences of people, and just how to deal with situations, how to be a better human in general. And when I was younger going to church, I guess Bible study and stuff like that wasn't really like that. It was more just about stories. Community, togetherness, like learning the stories. But like now it's generally about like being a good functioning person in society and teaching people the ways so that they can also be better people. And I think that's partly one of the reasons why I want to inspire people and help people, is just so that everybody can be better humans to each other and help them move forward. Whether or not you end up converting to Christianity or not, if I can do anything positive to impact your life and that helps you do something positive to impact someone else's life, then I mean, I think I've done my job. So.
That's good. So what stage would you say you're at now? Would you say you're at a stage where you're a lot more confident than you were? You're out of a darker place?
I'm definitely out of a darker place, 100%. Like, I'm out of a darker place, but I guess there's moments where you kind of go back.
Yeah.
I think confidence kind of spurs every now and then. It really depends on the situation that you're in. So, like, there's days that I'm feeling I'm charged, I'm ready to go. Like, I feel on top of the world. And there's days when I'm just like, nah, man, I'm not doing today. Do you know what I mean? So I think it just really depends now on, I guess, who I'm around, the environment. Even the weather really affects my mood sometimes as well.
Okay.
Whether I run out of antidepressants, which shouldn't really happen, but sometimes the NHS system could be a little bit, so, but it is what it is, sort of thing. You just got to do the best you can. So.
I hear you. Just based on the little interaction I've had with you, you're a lovely guy.
Thank you, bro.
But obviously, due to your incident, you're having to wear this mask now. Do some people mistake you for some kind of like gangster, some kind of drill artist?
Yesterday, we literally had a show yesterday. And we was in the street and the guy was like, turned out to be a really lovely guy though in the end, So the guy was just, I think he stopped up the road because he wasn't sure if he wanted to like walk past on the safe pavement at first. And then I just said, oh guys, watch out of the way. And he was like, oh, thank you guys. It's just, oh, just sorry. I'm really sorry. Just wasn't sure because like, you look like, you know, you had the like, you know, you have the balaclava and I was like, bro, it's fine. Like, then I explained my story. It's like, oh my gosh, bro, I'm so sorry. Like, I was just like, bro, it's cool. Like, I get it all the time. You know what I mean? Like, I'm used to it now. So, I get stereotyped quite a lot. I'd say it's like 70-30. It's not like all the time I get stereotyped, but like, I think most people are quite respectful nowadays. Like, they just won't. It's more like, if they're like an extrovert and they're outgoing, they'll normally say something and ask questions and I can explain. But it's good because then I get the opportunity to just speak to people and let them know.
Yeah.
But most of the time, people won't say anything. So I try to go over to people and just, like, for every time I get into a venue, I try and network with as many people as I can. Also, I want to keep people at ease. I don't want them on their toes and stuff like that. So,
who do you get stereotyped from the most? Like, because obviously, certain man, they're from the road, they'll see you and think,
oh yeah, that's why. Well, that's why.
Is it mainly the road man or the regular?
Well, I don't ever wear black anymore. Okay. Like, I don't know when the last time we wore black was, to be honest. So I just thought it's just for the best because people were just giving me sad looks a lot of the time.
Mistake you.
Exactly. Yeah. So, I get mistaken for like a road man a lot of the time. I'm, to be honest, the way I dress is quite eccentric. And realistically, bro, I probably just look like a clown. If I'm completely honest with you, bro, those days, thank God will be driving now because, bro, those days we're on the train and we're going bare far away and I'm just dressed in all red, looking like crusty or something like, you know what I mean? So, like, I don't know, but I just try and have fun with my outfits. I really like fashion quite a lot. So, I'm just trying to create a vibe wherever I go. I think that's the most important thing. If you have good energy, then it emits good energy to people, whether or not you get to communicate with people or not. If you can give them a good and a positive experience, then hopefully they can do that and give a good and positive experience to someone else.
I bet you must get a lot of DMs. People probably said, "Oh, you know what? When I first saw you, I thought you were a drill artist, but your music's actually,
I do.
Your music's actually kind of deep." Like, do you know
I
what
can't
mean?
even deal with it. There's so many DMs, bro. I can't even. But I have so many actual DMs of like maybe burn survivors speaking to me, or just people who've been through so many traumatic situations and the stories they're going through. Like, honestly, it's beautiful. Some of the conversations I've had with people, and I'm very, very grateful that I get to speak to people on the day-to-day about the issues they're going through, and I can help them in the best way that I can. But you are also very right. I do get a lot of DMs like, "Oh my gosh, when I met you, I thought you were like this, but actually you're the nicest person." Yeah,
You're actually a Sagittarius.
You're ridiculous. You're ridiculous. You're ridiculous.
I thought you were a Gemini. But so what?
You just said you're a Gemini.
I'm a Gemini. People think we're two-faced, but we're actually not.
People say that, Joe.
Yeah.
One of my good mates is a Gemini. He could be a dick at times, but
allow me.
He can be, bro. He has been, bro. He sold my guitar one day. Anyway, we're not even gonna get into that. We're not even gonna get into that. That's a whole nother story.
That's
but
long.
like,
no, that's not a Gemini trait. That's just his trait. His trait. Nah, no way would I steal someone's thing and go and sell it. Like, do you know what I mean?
Now, when it's still, it was he was looking after it for me because I didn't have much space. He just took a bunch of my stuff for me, basically.
You know what? A friend of mine done that to me, and he was Nigerian. Sorry, no pun. Yeah, I gave him, because we used to make beats. No, I used to rap. He used to make beats, right? So he goes, "Look, give me I had a keyboard. My mum made me do piano lessons when I was young, but I still had that MIDI keyboard." So he goes, "Let me borrow it to put in my studio and make the beats for you. And when we're done making the beats, you can have it back." I thought nothing of it, so I gave it to him. I'm asking for my keyboard like a month or two later. "Oh, yeah, I want to find it. I'm not sure where." I'm like, "How can you be not sure?" So it's not looking right in my head. Then one day his ex-girlfriend who had broke up with, hell have no fury like a woman scorn.
No way.
Hell have no fury like a woman scorn. I see you on Kilburn High Street.
Stop!
I see you on Kilburn High Street.
No way, Kilburn of all places. Bro, nah, Kilburn
stops me. She stops me. She's like, "How you been?" I've been all right. At least I don't know they're broken up because me and him fell out because the keyboard fell out. So I don't even know if he's still with this girl or not. And she goes, "Oh, you know, it's so sad. You're one of his best friends and he missed you since you cut him off. He's always losing friends because he's a bad guy. And you know what? He should have told you the truth about your keyboard." I was like, huh?
What? This sounds like some EastEnders type stuff, bro.
So I'm like,
what? He should have told you about your keyboard.
I'm telling you. So I goes to her, "Yeah, what about my keyboard?" Like, because for years I wanted to know the truth. He sold it at cash converters on Kilburn High. They used to be a cash converters back in the days, yeah. He sold it at cash converters, yeah, and lied to me that he couldn't find it. He's not sure where it is. And the last lie he told me that made me. He said someone painted his house, and the mum and dad went to go and do shopping while they were painting the house, and apparently he walked out with the keyboard. I thought,
Was this house painted though?
I don't know. We didn't. I literally didn't. I wasn't feeling his vibe after that. Yeah, I wasn't feeling. But bro, I'm not gonna lie. That made me wary of Nigerians for a couple of years.
Wow.
I'm gonna be real. For a couple of years, I was like,
what tribe was he? That's what it is. What tribe was he?
Damn. I don't know. I think he was Yoruba.
Okay.
That says it all, yeah? No comment.
Split the word up, innit? Split the word up. Nah, no offense to my Yoruba.
Yoruba. European.
No, you. What? Did you not get it? You robber. Nah, I love you guys, man. I'm not getting onto any of you. I'm a rapper, man. It just, they come into my head.
Oh my God. Yo.
That's the European.
That's an episode of Euro.
Euro. No, that's hilarious.
Yeah, because they can rub Africa, innit?
That's hilarious. That is, wow, that's hilarious.
My God. Hey, yo, listen, all jokes aside.
That's even funnier. Not, bro, really, no, that's dark. But like,
all jokes aside, shout out to Nigerians out there, man.
100%, man.
But that one guy who stole from me, he's not a reflection of all of you.
Oh, no, definitely not.
And the ones who do 419, not a reflection of all of you either, so don't worry.
Mad.
But yeah.
Nigerians don't do 419.
I think everyone does, but they just get caught for it the most.
What do you mean everyone does?
Everyone is corrupt. Every country's got corrupt leaders, got corrupt people that do robbery, steal. There's crime everywhere.
Everyday people. I thought you meant.
No, I'm talking about like crime. There's criminals everywhere. But I think Nigeria is such a big country and the poverty is so much that, and they're such intelligent people that they probably make a little money there, but they get caught all the time. But when you actually look at the statistics, bro, they don't do more fraud than anyone else, bro. Damn, you're Nigerian. You don't believe me.
I don't think my people do fraud like that. So, I know some of them do, but I feel like there's a lot more people in the world doing fraud that just go under the radar.
Of course, look at the dark web. What's
true.
all that business going over there? We don't hear about that because there's no country to reflect it. Do you know what I'm trying to say? You know, it's just a bunch of criminals. But if you actually look at the statistics, I've looked online. I think they said Nigeria is probably number 10 in the entire world, bro.
Where's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9?
Bro, you'd be surprised. United States is high up there, bro.
Yeah, but they got a lot of people in it.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. The big countries that, because remember, these countries, they're technically continents, but they're not classed as continents. Nigeria, when you think about it, the way it's so big, it should be classed as a continent, bro.
Bro, Nigeria on its own.
Nigeria on its own is massive, bro.
It's not like, bro. What, compared to America?
Bro, America, Nigeria are probably the same size, bro. Nigeria's got a lot of states.
What, land space?
It's got a lot of states. I swear it does, bro.
No, bro.
Those of you,
they're not the same
all right, whoever's
size
watching
at
this, please
all,
put in the
bro.
comment,
What?
yeah, because I'm scratching my head right now because I'm actually wondering if I'm going,
just because they got, obviously they got, there's a lot of states,
It's
but
massive,
like states
bro.
can be smaller. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
but Nigeria's massive, bro.
bro, it can take, in Nigeria to fly from like one side to the other, maybe like 4-6 hours, bro. To fly from one side of America to the other,
How many
bro,
hours?
I don't know, bro. Like, it's time.
Yeah.
If you want to go from the bottom to Alaska, you remember, is on the other side of Canada.
Okay, sorry. Okay. Not America as in the continent of America, i.e. South America, Central America, North America, Central America.
What, the country.
The country, Central America itself, as in the United States of America, USA.
Yeah, but Alaska's part of that still. And that's behind Canada, but it's still part of the United.
Yeah, but Alaska technically isn't. You got to go through Canada to get to Alaska.
Yeah, of course,
it?
but not if you're flying. You could just,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean?
Oh man, bro, it's been an interesting conversation, man.
It has been.
Anything else you want to add to it?
Depends when this coming out, to be honest.
As soon as I finish editing it, man. I'm a one man soldier, bro.
Okay, cool.
One man army, sorry, one man soldier.
I just dropped a new song Friday just gone. It's called Lovely Day. It's literally about my experience, about my accident, literally from start to end of the day. Very descriptive, very storytelling.
Jeez,
so
that's gonna be deep.
Have
you shot a video for it?
Nah, I'm not really too big on music videos.
Why not? You just prefer to do like
they're
reels?
just like, well, one, they're expensive. Two, it's a lot to promote them. Three, like, I'd rather just document like my journey because I'm me and like this is what you get is what you see. Like, I'm a burn survivor. Like, I can't really do like the flashy rapper thing. Do you know what I mean?
Do you touch on the fact that you're a burn survivor in your music? You touch on it a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good, man. That's good.
I try to anyway.
Yeah.
But so I'll do a music video when I can, if I want to. But like I'm not like too fussed on it unless it's gonna be like something really creative and I've really thought it through. I don't want to just have like random music videos of just me with the boys like jumping around on top of.
Then they'll definitely think you're a drill.
Which is the stuff. Yeah, like no, it's got to have some sort of meaning for me. So you lot need to stop.
Look at that drill, Sagittarius.
This is bullying.
I told you, these gangster rappers. Go back to your own country.
Wow. That's mad.
Go do the drilling back in Nigeria. You might find some oil.
That's mad. That's actually so mad what you just said. I can't believe. Look, JT's on the floor, bro.
What about those reels? Why don't you do those reels?
Reels? Yeah, I love doing reels.
On the floor. Why don't you do those reels? I've noticed now the method a lot of people are using is they're doing these reels of their one song, but with different themes. So it's like a new 1 minute music video.
Yeah,
of
we've
the
been
same
doing
song.
That. We've been doing
those
that.
Are dope.
That's
I
how
love
we
those,
got
man.
to where we are now. To
Is
be
it?
fair.
Oh,
yeah,
I've been
doing that
dope.
for years now.
When you say we, what do you do?
He's an artist as well. Yeah.
Oh, you're an artist as well. Yeah. So you rap.
Yeah, he raps.
Oh, is it? What's your name? JT. I see. How do you call the name JT? That's very easy, man. I like that. Jay-Z, JT. See, you were talking about Jay-Z earlier. See, you should have said, yeah, I'm JT. See? Yeah, man. Easy to remember. See, I can't forget that name right now, JT. I'll go looking for it. But how do you spell it? Do you spell it in a way where you won't get lost in the algorithm?
I know. So what I do, I put like a hashtag, then MIO, which I made it stand for making it out. So
Okay.
Our artist name like Spotify and social media, JT hashtag MIO.
All right. That makes sense. Because names are, because they're so easy to spell, you know, the average Joe, all great minds think alike, innit? Everyone's going to have that name.
Yeah.
When it's so easy, do you know what I mean? You know.
Yeah, but someone took my name in it on
Mobi One.
Yeah, bro, I've tried to get Mobi One on so I originally could have got it on TikTok.
Yeah.
But I couldn't get it on Insta or Twitter because somebody already took it. Jeez. And it was just like a private account sort of thing, like a crazy thing. So I just thought I'd just have something so it's the same everywhere instead of trying to just have it with everyone. So I'm sure somebody's probably got it on TikTok now. But I'm not too fussed. If in the end of the day I can get it,
Yeah.
But I'm not too fussed. So.
I got hackers if you need a hacker, bro. Do you know what I mean? We'll crash their site and just put yours up there. Do you know what I mean?
Hilarious.
And they're Nigerian too.
It would be sick. You're actually so Ghanaian. You know that. There's actually, literally.
But you know what? I can't lie, yeah. I do think your jollof is not.
You stop
It's
it.
just
Do you know
not-
what? You know what in my head I was about to say? If this guy mentions jollof rice,
No. Yes, I'm not gonna lie. See me, I'm an open-minded person, so I've tried Nigerian jollof.
yeah, and I've tried Ghanaian jollof.
Yeah, and Ghanaian jollof is the best.
It's
But,
brown. It's dark.
It's brown and
I
dark.
heard certain man put ketchup in it.
Ketchup?
Yeah.
Oh no, we don't do ketchup.
I've heard certain.
Some people put it aside, but they're probably like European Ghanaians. Wow. Do you know what I mean? Been here for too long.
Iranians.
Iranians. But yeah.
Nah, listen.
I can't lie.
Your jollof rice is just not it. I'll be real with you.
Yeah.
It's a little bit drier.
Yeah.
It's darker.
Yeah.
And right, listen to this. There was an
I'm sweating
African
right now.
competition.
I'm sweating right now.
For the best jollof rice in the
Yes.
country. Right.
Yes.
I think it was Shade Bar that posted it a while
Yes.
ago, and they said that the winners were someone like
Sierra Leone.
Sierra Leone.
Because
Yeah.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's not Sierra Leone. Is it Senegal? I think Senegalese started. They started jollof.
So yeah, Sierra Leone won. Senegal came like third. Yeah. And I commented, bro, nobody cares. We just want to know who won out of Nigeria and Ghana.
That's the real top
And
tier.
I went and looked at the statistics, bro. Yeah. I went and looked at the statistics, yeah. Ghana, 9th.
Nigeria.
8th, let's go.
I don't think you're gonna say 5th or something. You're right there next to us,
Listen,
man.
I know, which is why I was a little bit annoyed because people were now saying, "Oh no, it could have gone either way." So it's like they just need to do a Nigerian versus Ghanaian competition of the jollof rice,
Bro.
and that's it.
I have an idea.
Go on.
Both of you make the jollof and I'm the subject.
I mean, that's fair. I would do.
Where are you from?
Grenada.
Grenada.
Yeah, don't start talking about your food because we ain't got
I
nothing.
don't even know what food you guys have over there.
We ain't
Grenada.
got nothing. Saltfish.
You guys sound like you guys eat a lot of seafood because you're an island, isn't it? You're always fishing. That's what you guys do.
You're violating for no reason.
Shout out to Grenadans out there. I know it's for a grenade at me.
Grenadans, you saw what he just did to you, yeah? Nah, Grenadans, get him.
Grenadans love me, man.
You lot of fishers.
Where's Grenada? Where's Grenada anyway? What island? No. I know it's the Caribbean, but what island is it next to?
Would you? Firstly, do you say Caribbean or Caribbean? What do you say?
It should be Carib because the people that Columbus went and found were called Carib Indians because they thought they found India, but they didn't. They found a tribe called the Carib people. So he wrote a letter back to the Queen of Spain saying, we found these people and they're called Carib Indians. She couldn't read, so she went Caribbean. And that's how the Caribbean term. It's actually Carib Indian, but she went Caribbean. And it just stuck.
Fair enough.
Yeah. See, I'm not,
mad,
even though I make jokes, I'm quite an intelligent guy, so don't get it twisted, yeah? I know history, I know mathematics, and I know Ghanaian jollof is the best.
I don't know about that one. What, you think it's better than Sierra Leone?
I'll be honest with you.
What was the starting for?
No. I'll be honest with you. I've had Sierra Leonean, I've had Senegalese jollof. Their style is very different. Nigeria is the closest.
Very different.
It's the closest. That's why we make fun of each other. Because the truth is, Nigerian jollof is not rubbish. It's not. We just make fun of each other, right? Because we do it differently, but it's very similar. Same as our culture, same as our language. We say ashawo, you say ashawo. We say oya, you say oya. Because from what I hear, some Ghanaians did migrate from Nigeria to Ghana.
Yeah, so basically, right, apparently, Nigeria used to be a bit bigger, like it used to be a few other countries.
Shout out to Europeans for dividing our continent up. Bad boys. Yeah.
Turn you lot into Europeans.
We'll be back. Don't worry, we're back.
And yeah, so basically, apparently, I don't know what the issue is, but they basically kicked or moved some people out of the country. And that part of the country
Yeah.
turned into Ghana. Is
Yeah.
what I heard.
Yeah.
And that's why you have Ghana must go bags apparently, because
No,
those
no.
bags apparently are
No,
the
no,
bags
no,
that
no,
they
no. You don't know
send
your
man
history
with
too well.
to
No, you don't know your history
Go
too
on,
well.
here we
Ghana
go.
Must Go is quite recent. It's in the
Very
1900s.
recent.
Yeah, Ghana Must Go is in the
1900s, okay, go
1900s.
on.
Yeah. What you're talking about, we're talking about maybe 600-700 years ago during the transatlantic slavery.
Okay.
Yeah, they did move certain people around, so the language became a lot more. That's why we even have pidgin, because we had to find a bridge language. So we mixed English, Portuguese, Spanish, Dutch to create
French,
the pidgin language. Yeah, French to create the pidgin language. Same as the Caribbean, Creole, and all those languages that they have, patois, all that stuff. They had to create bridge languages besides English because there were so many tribes with so many ways of speaking that they just made their own languages. But yeah, Ghana Must Go, we're talking like 1940s. That's quite recent. We've had our independence. Well, we're just about to have our independence, sorry, because Ghana was the first, which was 1957. Then it was Ghana, then it was Guinea, Mali, and I think Nigeria. So yeah, it was just before independence that happened. Or was it? No, I might be wrong. It might be after independence, because it wasn't the English that kicked the Ghanaians out. So it was after the 1950s, sorry. So yeah, maybe 60s when it happened. Actually, that's how you know I was kind of messed up the dates. But yeah, I think it's the 1960s it happened. So that's too recent for it to be the reason why.
Fair enough.
But that migration, you're right, that might be true, because those who did stay probably came back with a lot of influence from Nigeria. So that might be a more recent influence. So yeah, that's true. That's actually very true. I love this kind of stuff, man. I love history,
It's
man.
good info, bro.
Yeah, it is.
You study history at school?
No, but you know this, I got into history just from wanting to know more of me as an African. Because I'm 39. How old are you?
27.
All right, so you wouldn't even get my generation. My generation in school, we were just told about slavery.
Oh, okay.
We weren't really told much about Africa. But at the time, I was too dumb to realize it's not their job to tell me about me. Their job to tell themselves about themselves. So our parents should have taught us more about who we are. So when we go into those classrooms and we hear the negatives, we can go, oh, well, that's their depiction. That's their narrative. Because technically, I would like to say it's racist, but it's not. Because their perspective was to enslave. So their perspective is not to see us as relevant. So in classrooms, they're not going to say, yeah, you had this and had that. They're going to say you were slaves, because that's their narrative. It's true. That's their perspective. That's their perception. They came, they conquered, and what they saw was a bunch of conquered people, right? So it's not really race for them to tell Africa's history from their perspective.
Yeah, I get that.
You feel me?
Because they're just saying what happened from what they saw.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whether it gives them like some pride and a pepper in their step, it's still fucking true, bro. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's up to us to teach ourselves Africa.
I don't know, because I heard, like, it depends though. God, bro, I heard so many different stories. I heard apparently once upon a time in Germany, they used to teach the kids that they won the war.
That they won.
Yeah.
So England and America didn't beat them.
Yeah, apparently.
Boy. I mean,
So like, I feel like the thing is, how do you know what to trust if everybody's just saying their own version of it now? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's actually a very good point, because when it comes outside of history, I don't know much, but I do know America used a lot of German scientists to start NASA.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, if you go and you do your research, if you see a lot of these scientists with scars on their faces, they were Nazis.
What?
So to me, if they're really the enemy, why are you having them help you build up a space project, exploration project? So
I didn't even know that.
So to me, from that perspective, is how could you have won the war if your greater scientists have gone to go and work with America, which obviously with England and other countries came to come and win the war.
Oh, bro, that's a whole nother deep...
but that's the point I'm trying to make, though. So to me, I don't believe that Germany won the war. But then I also look at life from another perspective. I think they're all friends. I think all these elites are friends. So this war that we're talking about, is it for population control for us to die? Large numbers of us to die?
Oh, bro.
Or was it really elites fighting each other? Because, bro, look, they ended up building tunnels to each other's countries.
True, there are.
Eurotunnel, ferry. How did they become friends so quick?
To the point where now they're standing together fighting the rest of the world. So to me, it's like, yeah, I don't know. Africa's still struggling to be friends with each other.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
Ghana must go. Like, look what you done to us. You think we ain't forgotten? But it's funny because prior to that, there was a Nigeria must go. That's how it happened.
What?
Ghanaians kicked out a bunch of Nigerians. Yeah, and that one was just before independence. It was the 1940s that a bunch of Ghanaians, some Ghanaian dictator, actually it must have been after. Yeah. Maybe around the 1950s, kicked out a group of all the Nigerians that were in Ghana, just took their homes, everything. So apparently later on is when they said, okay, Ghana must go. So we do madness to each other, man.
Yeah.
But we're gonna learn. We're gonna get there because we love each other. We love each other's jollof. We love each other's women. Like my wife is East African.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
It's amazing.
And I'm West African, so we love each other's women, man. Do you know what I mean? Any East Africans want to marry West African women, you're more than welcome. Do you know what I mean? And those of you who want to pick which jollof is better, leave it in the comments. Is it Nigerian jollof? Is it Ghanaian jollof?
I need to know.
Yeah.
Literally comment which. Just put the country emoji, the flag emoji. Which one? Yeah.
And also let me know what food Grenadans have because we still don't know what food Grenadans have. This guy got his phone, and he hasn't found nothing.
Oh, that's hilarious. That's actually
don't say
so
rice
funny.
and peas because that's what Jamaicans. They're gonna say, nah, man, that's my thing. Don't say that, please. But anyway, bro, you want to pick up your socials, all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, you guys can find me everywhere, or find us everywhere. My socials is MOBI12 Anti, so Mobi12 Anti, and that's literally across all platforms. Apart from that,
Anti as in ANTI.
Yeah, ANTI. So it's like some people say Mobi12
Oh
Anti,
my
but
God.
it's not. It's Mobi1 and then the number 2 and then Anti, and then on music streaming platforms it's just Mobi1.
Okay.
But yeah, man.
I'll have it across the screen anyway. So those of
thank
you
you guys.
who did
The
it
here. Or here.
yeah.
Or here, or here. I'm gonna do it like Kamehameha.
But yo, Mobi1, it's been a pleasure, and I got a lot of respect for you, bro, because your personality is so bubbly. You're such a good guy.
Oh, thank you,
Like,
bro. I appreciate that, man.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. If you didn't tell me that horrific experience you had been through, I never would have thought you'd been through it because you don't strike me as someone that's been through that.
Thank you, bro.
You don't, bro. So yeah, just stay strong, keep doing what you're doing. And bro, I'm telling you, when your music gets to the level that you imagine it to get to, you're gonna inspire so many people, bro.
Thank you, bro.
So many people. Because it's not easy to be the way you are, having been through what you've been through, bro. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Appreciate that.
Thank you very much for coming, bro.
Thank you for having
It's been a pleasure. Do you know what I mean?
Pleasure. I'm very grateful.
Shout out to JT. Thanks for coming on, JT. I see you got your phone in and you're still looking for the grenade and food. You're still looking for the grenade. Just say fish, bro. It's got to be the only thing you guys eat over there, man. It's an island, bro. Just say fish.
Oh, man. He's a cancer.
You guys have an airport over there in Grenada? Do you have an airport?
Whoa! Nah, that is rude. Yo!
You got to take a ferry. You got to take a ferry to a bigger island to catch
Wow.
It's actually made fish.
What?
It's
just
fish. I told you it's fish. Bro, most
Is it
Caribbean
what kind of
islands is
fish?
fish. Saltfish.
Yeah, everybody gets
I love saltfish.
because the water's salty, right?
Yeah, the water's salty,
So
yeah.
the fish is just.
But also, it could
So
be
what?
to travel from the coast to the mainland. They used to use salt back in the days because there's no refrigeration back in the day. So salt used to preserve the fish. So saltfish sometimes could be because of transportation into the mainland.
So what you're saying is, oh, okay. So it's nothing to do with the water, the fish.
No, it could be. It could be. But another reason for saltfish is due to traveling from coast to mainlands.
Okay,
They used to
fair
salt it to keep it preserved so they can eat it when they get to the mainland.
Oh, they
Yeah.
didn't just put ice.
There was no ice back then.
I mean, there was no ice back then.
Bro, you talk about the Caribbean and Africa. Where
Oh, it's gonna melt in
yeah,
it.
refrigeration was invented in the 1900s.
Yeah,
bro.
true.
Old ways of preserving food. Do you know what I mean?
So that must have been salty.
I know.
Yo.
There's one fish you got in Ghana.
How much did
like
they
that.
wash it? That's how much did they
No,
wash
it's actually
it?
nice like that. It's actually nice when it's salty. Yeah, bro. It's actually nice.
I've
man.
never had saltfish or
Is it?
aki. Is that what it's
Aki,
called?
yeah.
What is
That's a Jamaica. Is that you guys got Grenada as well? Jamaica, yeah. Aki and saltfish is nice, you know. I like Jamaican food. It's just not hot enough. I like spicy food.
It's not hot enough.
It's not hot enough, man. Sometimes when I eat, I feel like I'm eating sugar.
I'm not a big fan.
Sorry, Jamaicans.
Oh my god.
Sorry to all the Jamaicans out there.
Nah,
No. Jamaican food's
I
nice,
wouldn't
but
have it. He's
it's
saying
very
that you're
sweet.
He's trying to say you lot.
And they call plantain.
Yeah, it's a bit weird.
That's another thing I don't understand.
That's a weird bit. That's
Come
a
on,
bit
man.
weird.
It's
You lot, it's basically, but you just said that their main meal is Haribo's, which is a violence. That's what you just said. I don't think that's quite fair on them.
They stick some gummy bears in the rice and peas.
Nah. Yo, I don't even know. You're going off at them, bro. I think they have good food, man. I don't know about the
food's
rice and
banging.
peas fit. Like it's good. It's nice.
Yeah.
And like jerk chicken, I used to eat meat. So
Yeah, jerk chicken's dope.
Jerk chicken, I think is
When you
quite
say
nice.
used to, what you're
I'm vegetarian now.
Is it vegetarian? Do you eat fish?
Nah, I don't eat fish at all.
So you don't eat any meat, any
I've
flesh?
never had fish. I haven't had fish for. When was the last time I had fish? I don't even know, bro. I don't think
So
I've
do
had
you
fish
eat,
for like
you don't
4
eat
years.
any type of animal?
Nah. So I eat. Well, So during like Christmas time, leading up to it, to make it easier for my family, I'll eat whatever they cook. So they don't have to do something separate. So I'll like prepare my body in December by eating small bits here and there. And then throughout January, where everybody does veganuary, I do meat January.
I'm so sorry. Please don't hate me for this. How do you eat, bro?
Sorry. Maybe I need to make a TikTok about it.
I was looking, I was thinking, how does this guy eat? What do? Do you lift it that way or lift it that way? I was trying to figure it out. When he said to me, I just clocked it now. I was like, damn. Do you take it off the eat or do you lift it up? I just lift it up and I just eat, Okay. I'm trying to imagine it in my head, that's why.
Oh, man. You're hilarious. You're actually hilarious. That's so funny.
We got to have a part 2, man. We got to have a part 2.
Oh, yeah.
We got to have a part 2.
But yeah, what was I saying? The something about
vegetarian.
Yeah, but prior to that, the meats. Something to do with the meats.
Yeah, you said to leading up to Christmas Eve or something like
that? Yeah. So leading up to Christmas, I'll eat little bits of meat here and there, like beef jerky and stuff, just to get my stomach ready. Because otherwise, bro, if you just transition from eating meat to start eating meat, bro, it does bad things to your body. Like,
jeez, why can't they just compensate? Why can't they just make the stuff you like?
They used to. But now it's kind of like make it yourself as long if you're going to do all that.
The novelty's worn out basically, and that's what they're thinking.
And I was always being like really particular, like you can't cook it in the same oven and stuff. Basically, I watched this documentary called The Game Changers on Netflix. And it's basically about how your body recovers. Well, a bunch of different things, but what I took from it most was like recovery rates between vegans and people, vegan, vegetarian and people who eat meat. And that's when I was obviously going for the ACL recovery. So I wanted to just like be as clean as I can and recover as strong as I can. So I just cut out all meat, all dairy.
Well done, man. Well done. Me, I can't live without a dead animal, man. I need to eat lamb, chicken, beef.
No, it's just overproduced.
Dead seafood. I eat dead seafood animals. I eat every dead animal you could think of. I'll eat besides a dog and a cat.
That's mad.
Yeah.
Why is there a difference for a dog and a cat?
Because I grew up in a culture where they're seen as pets. But if I had been in China, I wouldn't see them as pets.
So would you eat a hedgehog? I used to have a pet hedgehog.
I'm not gonna lie, if I grew up in a community where they do, because I'm sure some people do, I would. Yeah. Bro, I'm from Ghana. You know we eat snails in Ghana, the sea snails.
Nigeria eats snails.
I eat the sea snail. Some people probably think, oh my God, snail. What? Not the snail you guys picture over here crawling on the streets.
Wham. It's like...
Yeah, they're from the sea.
They're nice as well. They're big. They're big.
Now, my wife thinks it's disgusting because her culture, they don't eat it. But it's still Africa. Do you know what I mean?
Does she have like bananas with rice?
No, that's Somalians. My wife's Eritrean. So they have this thing called injera. Fuck, delicious, man.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh, man. I'm not gonna lie, I prefer... It's crazy as a Ghanaian saying this, I'm probably gonna get killed here, but if you stuck me on a desert island and decided to eat Ghanaian food for the rest of my life or Eritrean food for the rest of my life, it'll be injera. It'll be Eritrean food, man.
I'll pick Nigerian. The fact that you pick somebody else's food over your own means that your jollof rice is dead. So
my God! You already answered the question. Yo! I ain't even got to come back for that one. All I can say is you ain't had injera before. All my Eritreans out there, my Ethiopians out there, let this guy know what time it is. You ain't had injera before.
Somebody wants to introduce me to it. I'm open. Shoot me a DM. I'll be happy to try it on camera.
Bro, I'm telling you,
give you my live reaction of whether or not it's better than Nigerian jollof rice.
Bro, injera doesn't make you feel overly bloated. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes West African food.
Jollof rice?
No, but I'm talking about you guys have pounded yam and the goose.
Yeah, kind of those stuff. Things. Yeah, of course.
Ghanaians, that's we got kenke, banku. We got our food. Sometimes you eat it, you feel like you eat the fufu. You feel like you know what I mean? It's like injera, you eat it, you're good to go, bro. You're good to go. So that's the best perspective I'm looking at it from, and plus it's delicious, man.
Okay, we'll see.
It's delicious. You try it. Next time I see you, I'm going to make sure that you've tried injera before I see you again. I guarantee you, injera, INJERA. INJERA. I guarantee you're going to say, you know what? Bro, I see what you're saying now.
Okay, cool. All right, we'll try it.
All right, guys, listen, thank you very much for watching the Drazzy Show. It's been a pleasure having Mobi 1 here. It's been a pleasure having the boy like JT here, the Grenadian guy who doesn't know what food they eat in their country. And man, German people, I'm sorry. Jamaican people, I'm sorry. Nigerian people, I'm sorry. Grenadian people, I'm sorry.
Ghanaian people, I'm sorry.
Ghanaian people, I'm sorry too for picking injera over fufu. No, actually, don't have to think about it now. Fufu, boy, can I give up fufu? I love fufu too much. But anyway, we'll get back to another episode. Guys, thank you very much for watching. Have a lovely day. Please leave your comments below. And those of you who have been involved in any kind of accidents where You've been burn victims. What was the name of the company you said?
You guys can reach out to the Katie Piper Foundation. They're on Instagram. They're on WhatsApp. They've got a website. They've got a team on hand to help you. And yeah, like literally just contact them. They should get back to you within 24 to 48 hours. And just be as honest as you can. Be as forthcoming as you can. And they'll be on hand to help you in any way that they possibly can. They've got a great team, man. So.
All right. Thank you very much. Guys, have a lovely day, evening, wherever you are in the world, and God bless. The Drazzy Show. Peace.
The Drazzy Show.